Hello, everybody. Welcome back here. And I know you don't see my face right now, but you're gonna see it in a minute. And before I talk to you, I pulled this matrix screen for you. Talking about authority in there. And this full moon is gonna be a very interesting. And the reason I'm starting it with this, it is about that the moon, the sun, Pluto will have no positive aspects in there. And that is going to lead you to some of the things they're going to be involved with authority. But authority of what? In a large scale, we're talking about there's going to be a lot of internal fights within, but in a world scale, that can talk about a worldwide conflict that's going to be brought in since there is lack of transformations between intuitions and authority under the new way it needs to be. And this is gonna come in from Pluto. This is gonna come from Pluto. And here it's me, just coming out of here. Hi Jolene. Hi Karen. Thank you guys for watching, and I want to warm welcome all of you and all the new subscribers, guys. Thank you for subscribing here, and thank you for the support for it. And I appreciate it. You're much appreciated here. But I'm suggesting you to watch The Matrix, the movie. For it, this is not a commercial for it, but I'm talking about inside of it. There is this. Authority that it's gonna comes in, and in order you to get in within the problems and the situations they are gonna be coming out within this full moon in here. This is um, for it. Karen, you should be able to see me right now for it. I think that let me know if you guys can see my face, but you should be able to. For and talking about within this, in there is going to be a lot of communications breakdown. Of course, it's a Mercury who's going to be retrograde, but he's going to be also stationing retrograde in there. And that energies in there is going to be shifting the things. So, yeah. And giving you as an advice, you may be gonna be involved with something within a large scale things. Talking about you may gonna hear a lot of crazy news and so on and so on. You need to work on yourself and let the intuitions and the authority together with Pluto shows you what it needs to be changed. As in the movie, for it is that the energies of the world between machines and the human have to learn to cooperate at some point. And internally, inside of yourself, for it, I'm going to be showing you the screen because you're going to need this chart that I'm talking about. That shift is going to be here is the chart. You're going to be seeing it right now with this. And without energies is in there. You need to understand to act on a base of going deeply within the things that not work. I'm expecting some revolutions. I'm expecting uprising, but that is in an international scale. That isn't about things that it's beyond our control. But what you can control is you. Are you gonna rebelling against these internal fights within your intuitions and authority? You may gonna find out the energies. I'm talking about these energies. Man, somebody doesn't want to talk to you about this. Whew. All right. So here we're talking about that the both Liliths they're gonna come together. They're going to be opposing Mars, which is that is going to be one of the things of your actions. There's going to be coming in for it. But as I said, the internal wars inside of you is you to find these intuitions and authority working together from within. But you gotta touch the problem. You have to dive within the problem. You have to go deep, deep, deep. Some of you is gonna feel there's two roads. You're gonna feel that the road that you want, you desire, you control, you manipulate it is not the right road. And all of a sudden the main road appears of where I need to go. When you allowing things to happen on its own, they're calling you. You're gonna be feeling out of place, out of space. You're like, I'm not where I need to be. Okay. And that is that reality of where the matrix, the society wants you to be. But you are the spiritual energies that it's inside of it, that it's like, I don't want it. I want my peel. I want my truth. I end up to that point. But I have to face it, the choices that I need to make. And those choices that you're going to make it, they're going to happen naturally because your soul knows the road. And when your soul knows the road in there, you're going to be able to see it. Attention's into this because this is going to happen overnight between 23rd and 24th of May. Overnight, that energy is going to comes in. Is going to be trigger anything because here is the sun at 4 degrees 18 minutes at Taurus, and here is the moon at 4 degrees 14 minutes at Scorpio. That is going to be the time where the midheaven is going to focus in there. If you have to be more precise for it, we'll give you exact time where the midheaven and the moon is going to click in, as you see this triangle here for it. It's going to comes in as it is. That is going to be exactly at the 51-minute at the time. Is that going to happen around the world? No. There's going to be a slightly differences in there, but then overall for it, you're going to be able to, probably some of you is not going to sleep. Some of you is going to go through intense energy. Some of you, you're going to have maybe have problems with the material world, like finances. Some of you may be also experiencing a lot of lower energy as far as a desire for lust. Okay, we're talking about that is going to be the energies of Scorpio in there, while the energies of the authorities, lack of finances, lack of process in the money, in some of you is going to be experiencing the lack of the transformations, lack of changes that is going to happen. So how are you going to determine the road? If you pay attention here at the map, this is Saturn, who has only divine energies with the South Node at Libra. We are talking about that energies of balance. You're going to learning to practicing your balance. And the only road you're going to be taking, that is your actions. They're going to go with the universe and the growth. As I'm talking about these energies, this is the synchronized energies that are going to be going in. This is when you're following the growth, whether it's your place to grow and the road that the sudden changes Uranus is going to do. Don't try to escape that. The universe shows you clearly the roads where you need to go. And if you don't go, you're fighting through it, then the things is going to be the end. With that being said, in there with that energies that it's going to be ignited with, we are talking about there is something secretive that it's done. Don't forget about it that people who have a Scorpio 10th house, I'm going to talking to you. You're going to be the one that probably are professionally wise in there. You are like this investigator, cop, policeman, special forces, so on there. And you have your son there, which is his authority. For it, there's going to be something like things that is going to happen. Secrets going to be learned, secrets going to be exposed, and there's going to be some things that You have to try to put it down, but it can't. It won't happen. There is some things that's gonna happen. Try the outside world not to interfere you, but you looking as you gonna be the secret agent. They look the secrets from within yourself. This is gonna be a very highly clearing the path. Okay, you're gonna be clearing things so you can get in the path where Jupiter and Uranus will be leading you to it. They're leading you through your shadow. They're leading you because that union within the Liliths in there is gonna come and open up that road. With that ignition, which is gonna happen at night, stay in your toes as far as a grounding. If you don't know how to ground yourself, cool water, bare feet, step on the ground in there, or going out commando at home in the bed. Open up your window if you have to for it to cool off your body because the energy is going to be intense. Giving you personal advices for those who cannot handle those energies in there, especially since we're talking about Mars is in Pisces right here to it, and that is direct oppositions with the both Liliths. This is going to be intense for some of you. It's not going to be applied to all of you, but for some of you, we're talking about if you have something in Pisces there, if you have, specifically if you have Lilith in Pisces, this is going to be Lilith opposing Lilith. This is going to be two demons fighting from within yourself. To it, please take care of yourself. If you cannot handle the energies, take a sleeping pill to go through it. All right. So what's going to happen in the next day? For it, I'm talking about this is going to be an energy of the midnight, but I like to be more within the midday. So I'm going to be increasing pretty quick what I am working on it. So you guys can be able to see what the midday, because the midday is usually that is at the time where your authority make up your mind. For it, that is a one of the midheaven. It's going to be at that positions for. And here is, as you see it right in here, at noon, that is going to be that energy that it's going to comes in. The moon is going more within Scorpio. It's not it's going to stop squaring Pluto. That's mean your intuition is going to be stop resisting the changes, because you're going to probably get so much intense energies inside of you. Pay attention if you're Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. In there, as you see it, that Leo's energies right here, they're squaring the moon. And the beginning of the new moon, if you are having something in the beginning of the first, I would say 8-9 degrees of Leo, this is going to be really impact you, because that's going to be a square towards the sun, opposing Pluto, and squaring the moon and the sun. There's going to be intense energies for those of you who have something in that first degree. Pay attention to what planets you have in there. So if you are Leo specifically, or a Scorpio or Aquarius, you have something in there, you're going to feel intensity. If you have energies there within Aquarius, but they are in a positive aspect, that negativity is going to show you where you go in negative way, and it's going to bring you back to put you on the road where you need to go. If that is an energy that you have in Taurus, okay, it's going to tell you, face your intuitions is in there. Something within your intuition is not right. That intuition is coming from your deep desires. See what is that is not fulfilled in there. While that the energies that it's going to be at Leo, that is going to be the energy of what you have not grown, what you have not matured. So these triggers is going to come in. They're going to be great triggers, but hard to handle. Okay, you want to test? You got the test. Okay. Talking about the next day, which is this is gonna be the 25th, and as you see it, these divine energies of that divine purpose that it's coming up here, is going to be led from the Lilith and the moon towards the midheaven and Chiron. Healing, guys. We've been talking about this healing. We're working at that. The moon, though, is going to be empowering the intuitions of the warrior. Okay, so for the past 2 days, you went out, you seek informations, you digged in from within. Now it's action time. The intuitions gives the order to the warrior. The warrior goes into the universe and the growth, and it says, I need to fix this. And then that fixing within yourself, it's gonna bring in that power from the intuitions and the Lilith, and it's gonna point out and shoot towards Chiron. This process, guys, it's gonna be great. Pay attention to your internal communications. All of a sudden, the thinking is gonna stop. Yeah, it's gonna stop because your desires, your desire to control, this lower self hidden agendas inside of you, they're not gonna make sense to you anymore because you're not in the road where they need to be. This is kind of like a go back into the matrix when the old world doesn't make sense anymore to you. You know that it's false. And that is going to be applying for those who have a very highly powerful energies within Aquarius. This is going to be the shock system. I believe that's going to be a lot of awakening process that's coming within this. You feeling those energies of awakening. You're going to feel like you are more alive within you, especially if you've been done in the past few years. You've been done a very great energies of this Aquarius energies. Okay, so Pluto is still gonna comes in forward, but at some point he's gonna be stopping as a stationary. But right now, without processes, Mercury is a retrograde and Mercury is gonna be stationary. That day, particularly, you are gonna be going through these internal communications that you need to do. All right. Uh, okay, we are talking about right now the 26th of May. The moon is gonna go at Gemini, and that is gonna be this divine energy. Is like the intuition is like, oh my God, this was heavy. Oh, you're gonna be explaining to authority figures. You maybe go back and talking to your father. You maybe gonna go talking to a people that you have this authority within you. You explain it to someone somewhere else. But before you do and go into somebody else, do it yourself. See how would you resonate with that energy if you explaining the same thing you explain to somebody, somebody is explaining to you. You look at it as a third point out of it. How would you gonna accept this? Okay, we are talking about this sub-self energies. They're talking to your higher self. Okay, the intuitions, the authority, the warrior within you, the teacher within you, the master within you, the growth, the desires to change the universe, the limitations, the visions, they're all a sub-self of your higher self. And now your intuition is talking to your authority. But all this is processed with your higher self. So as you see it, the mean Lilith here, she's still stationary here at the Virgo, and she's gonna be the one that you need to look for it. If you have feminine energies, doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine physically. I'm talking about take a look at it, your feminine energies in there. You're gonna have to work on them to look inside of it. Plus, we are gonna be having this Mars Neptune conjunctions that it's coming in, and some of you, maybe if you acting on the base of your fears, you're gonna do more mess than anything else. But if you're acting on the base of the growth with the universe, you're gonna be able to conquer your fears. And this is gonna take the strength of you to have a new beginning. Who wants to have a new beginning? The warrior inside of you that led you and this level of revolution to evolve, to not remain the same, your life to be better, you to be happy. I was just given two videos right now from the universe about it, and the both two videos kind of like are talking about the same thing. I'm gonna make a video about the twin flames sometime about it, but people believe in what they believe. But if they believe in their fears, nothing can be achieved. But if they believe in their dream and they got the support about this dream, because currently the support is coming from Jupiter and Uranus. You want the support, you got the support, but you have to dig in it. You need to do some work. You have to go to the rabbit hole and come out of it. That's what it is. It's kind of like the final cleaning of your shadow, of your house. Okay. All right. As a we are gonna be talking about this for it. There's gonna be some more energies that it's gonna comes in up here as the moon is gonna move to a Sag. You're gonna see this energies of the fires, the ignition fires. Now, after you settle from yesterday, these divine energies between your authority and your intuition of within your subself to your higher self, guess what? You get the fire of fired up of what you need to do. You get the fire up because Mercury, it's pretty much together with the North Node. And now you know what you're talking. Now you know what you're doing. Now you know where to begin. If you understood what I said at the Mercury retrograde movement, currently Mercury retrograde that is going back is at point A, because he turned you from point Z, point A. Now from point A, he's gonna go move forward back into point Z. And today is that day that you're gonna be on that point A. You're gonna feeling that internal fire is like, I need to talk about this. But talking is also doing with your hands. Roll up your sleeves and get to work. All right, talking about that work, and the next day, which is going to be the 28th, the moon is going to be entering Capricorn. That energy is going to be, excuse me, it's going to be resonate particularly with Venus and the Sun. And the senses Venus is kind of like going in, catching up with the Sun. She's going to go back home. You need to understand the first home of Venus is Libra. The second home, though, is Taurus. That is it when the love and money comes in. But if you turn in the love and money to greed, you lose because you're missing the happiness of the balance within your own self there. Okay? And that is gonna come in because all it's important what you're doing within. But if you turn the love and the money to a wealth and you're sharing at that wealth, you have the equality of equally give and take, then you're discovering the power of love in the material world. Because you're happy in the material world, when you get that equality of give and take, okay, you have that equality. You're equal in all levels. You pay the bills together. You're doing everything together. There is no, this is mine, this is yours. And that's what Venus is going to be teaching you. But not yet. But she's going to get ignited through that. That is going to be the work that needs to be done. All right, that's the time process, and the next day, which is going to be the 29th, the divine is going to come in from to talk about it. We are talking about that the moon is going to be given to the Leos, that divine growth, that it's going to come as Saturn. The moon is sextiling Saturn. Saturn begins to sextile the sun. Right now, it's kind of like give this little bit energies of, oh, authority, you're ready to learn now. You give up your ego. You're understanding there is a soul, there is a spirit, there is energies, there is a vibrations. There is a universe upstairs that controls everything. And you finally give up. of that authority that is there. You finally like, okay, because you're trying to transform the transformation. That is the control. Control issue is you trying to change something that needs to change you. What kind of authority you have there? Ego, right? So we're talking about with this lessons, the moon is going to be supporting this. Your intuition is going to come into your own sense. And since Saturn is at Pisces, he is going to be assisting you in that. Somewhere, somehow, in some way, you're going to learn there what is it. Because it is what it is, right? All right. Time for that third quarter moon. It's gonna comes in very close to Pluto. Pluto is gonna be squaring Venus and the Sun. OMG, when the moon is gonna square the Sun. Because at the same time that Venus is gonna be crossing right now within Taurus. Have you been changed your behavior about love and money? Because if you want to stay home and the other person just going out to work and so on and so on, and you're like, okay, he's going to work, I can do myself the things, I'm going to be okay, I'm not going to have to give anything, I'm just going to be receiving. And it's not equality. Okay? And some of the people are going to find that out. And when the truth comes out, the other person, what is going to do? I had enough. And this is the lessons is for the both sides to understand the power of equality about this. There is a reason I'm telling you this, because later on you're gonna see Venus, Sun, Uranus, and Jupiter as the new moon in Taurus is gonna come in there for it. They're all gonna comes in together. All gonna be coming in. All right. You're gonna see it, and especially when the sun begins to move into Gemini, that is going to be an energy that it's coming very, very powerful. That is the reason. You right now teaching yourself and the things and what it's leading you there, it is about your intuition. Julian, I have been feeling those growing pains for sure, but I shine so much brighting for it. Exactly. You maybe feel strange vibrations within you, within your body. Your blood pressure can goes up and down. Why? Because it's in Scorpio, liquid, water. Water it's containing within your body. The water energies contain the flow with what? Within your blood. So some of you may be experiencing medical situations within the blood. Okay? Especially talking about maybe other things, and I don't want to say energies because I don't want to activate energies that not supposed to be activated. But we are talking about that right now on 30th, the moon, and the moon is going to be helping and assisting the things to begin to materializing here. As you see it, the Lilith is not anymore giving this divine energies towards Chiron. I hope you're healed by now. You did that healing of old parents, you did all this. Now you're ready to do what? You're ready to do actions. Why? Saturn is at the last degrees of Pisces. As you see it, Venus is entering the world, having the new energies. Mars had enough, and Mars wants to have a new things. And that is going to be the new life that you're going to begin. Somehow the universe is going to be pushing it. But it's coming in from the shadow, the control, that it's going to be let it go, and the intuitions that's going to comes in together with the transformations required. So now you're going with the flow. You're not going against it, you're going with the flow. Because if you're going against it, guess what? There is no love in there. Venus is going to be suspended, and the sun right there, the authority is going to be feeling. Specifically, we're talking about in the next day. So here is what happens in the next day for those who are looking at the energies. The moon, it's going to be here at 11 degrees of Aquarius, that is particularly square as the sun. Pluto is blocking Venus, and things are not going well. But if you did your job of the growth, you see that growth that was in Leo in there, you're going to be able to do what it's supposed to done it. Okay? You are going to be able to do and achieve and get your goals. And the moon, it's going to be helping you because she's sextiling the North Node, Mercury, and Chiron. It's gonna be a one of these things that people's gonna come to you and they're like, "I have this issue," and you're like, "Oh, I had that issue a few days ago," and they're asking you, "How did you do it?" And you are gonna be like, "You know what? I was like this. I was as the way you explained, but I did this, and that's how I healed." Some of you is gonna be getting the call of doing that because you did the job helping the others. But you can be also the person who is like, I didn't get anything, I didn't get all this, what I need to do. You're gonna feeling that energy of the needs for it. But as I said, the main situations that right now is gonna be learned is that feminine energy's understanding about the love and money. Okay? The love and money putting together create this empowerment for it of equality as a partnership. That's what that's all learning is in there. But when the people mix the love and money, it turns to the bad side as an indulgence. And that indulgence, it doesn't help with the transformation. You're stopping it. Why? Because the one person works, the other doesn't. That's what it is. And the growth in the material world, which is Taurus, is not going to happen. Because the growth first has to happen here before you do it here. All right. Talking about in the next day, this is gonna be when the moon is gonna be sending you some messages. Why you are fighting? Why did you fight the growth? Why did you fight the universe? This is gonna be for the people who missed the boat. Hopefully that's not you. But if it's you, you're gonna find out. Oh, I missed my boat. What I need to do? Well, there is a second boat. Did you get the message for the second boat? I don't know. I'm not sure. You need to understand if you have something in Aquarius, that's mean you're gonna be flying and go somewhere else. Okay, your things are somewhere else. They're overseas. Okay, take a look at it within yourself. What do you have in that energies of Aquarius? And that is it. What it's mean the second boat. But that is the energy that's gonna be sextile and again Mercury and Chiron. But she's gonna be squaring Jupiter and Uranus. Did you was are you were too much rebellion that you missed the boat because your desires were I can change myself, but you forcefully change yourself. Be mindful about this. A lot of the people, because they are not they're trying to programming themselves. They go deep, they study and so on and so on, and they're programming themselves forcefully, not naturally. And those people, they have these expectations, things is gonna happen. And the universe is gonna say, well, you know the things, but they're not. You don't know the things. You not experience it. They didn't got through you. You only know the material. But it cannot perform within the energies. You don't have the feelings of the energy. You don't have that. You don't have this. You want to be an age of Aquarius? You know the things about the age of Aquarius, but it cannot be. It hasn't been gone through you. You don't have that personal experience. And some of those people, they're gonna be missing the boat. The universe gonna say, here, it's not gonna work. All right. Talking about the next day, the moon, it's gonna be entering Pisces, going into these emotions. Some of you is gonna cry. Some of you is gonna be angry, mad. Some of you is gonna be like all over the place, and some of you is gonna be in this fog in there. While Mars right now is like, I'm changed, I'm transformed, I am doing everything that it needs to be like. That is coming because Mars is in the second degree of Aries, and he is okay with the transformations that Pluto is gonna be going back and review it to help the warrior. This is gonna be the time when Pluto is gonna be turning retrograde. And that time you're gonna experience in the next few days that all that process, it comes into that breaking point. Are you are or you're not? Have you done the real work in the past few years or you're not? Are you ready to what you need to be ready for it? Because if you're not ready, I'm gonna send you back to retransform yourself. I'm gonna be reteaching you, reinforcing you to change as the ages of Aquarius is coming. But that is your personal choice. And that is going to be that part of those two roads. Because part of the transformations, it's following the energies, following the transitions, flow within the energies. Not learning and try to manipulate energies. You cannot manipulate transformation or evolution. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, you can do magic, you can do other things, you can do some all this spatial stuff and so on and so on. To a certain point, you can succeed. But in the end, that success is not going to be nothing. It's going to be pointless because you're going to find yourself in a place that you should not be in the first place because you're trying to control transformation. And this is how the bad stuff are coming in. Okay. Hi, Andrea. Welcome to the chat. And that relearning, or if you did something that you should have not done, then Pluto is going to tell you, take it easy. I'm going to get you back. I'm going to give you the review. I'm going to reteach you because the next year I'm going to be in the same place. I'm going to put you in the same train. But for those who take the train, they're moving forward. For those who did not move the train, they're going to go back. And yeah. Hi, baby. Hi, darling. Hi, everyone. Universe asking you to choose the directions. Support no matter the choice. There you go. The universe gonna support no matter the choice. Okay. The question isn't there. It's about these choices that you're going to make. Are you choosing the universe and allow the things just coming on their own? That's a lot of support. See, talking about supportive partner. Here is your supportive partner. Yeah. Thanks, darling. All right. Talking about that. May the fourth be with you. May the force be with you. Talking about this is the Star Wars days. If you're a Star Wars fan, guys, you know what's going on. With this, the moon, it's gonna be at the end of Pisces. There, it's begin to empowering this energies towards Jupiter and Uranus. Sudden change, sudden things. You're preparing to following the proper intuitions from within after you got all this. Your intuition is ready for the new things that it's coming in. As that energy is gonna comes in, of course, that's gonna be opposing the mean Lilith, while the true Lilith is gonna be staying. See, when you heal some portions of the shadow, that shadow begins to stay within the past. You heal the past. And that's how some of you is gonna be feel very freed up when you heal the past. While the mean Lilith is gonna be like, there is more work to be done. There is more things that needs to be healed. As you pay attention to all the support towards the mean Lilith, is that energy of Jupiter and Uranus and towards Libra, towards Virgo. I'm sorry. Okay, there is this little divine energies that it's gonna come in from the sun towards that divine energies towards the self node. You're gonna missing something from the past, your old identity, your old light, your old things. But do you pay attention of how beautiful you turn out after all these changes? Your new identity of self, where you identified yourself with the self as it is, compared to the old self that was manufactured by the society or by the matrix. You're gonna feel it. And we're talking about the next day. That is gonna be on the next day when the moon is gonna be passing through Mars. It's gonna give you this energies that it's coming. The moon, the intuition is gonna be looking at towards Pluto, as she's preparing to go through the North Node, through the Mercury, through the Chiron energies to remind you of what you need to do, what you need to talk, your focus that it's coming towards this inside of you for it, beginning that internal fire. The intuition is gonna be on fire. She's gonna be like, I learned what they need to do with changing, and I'm okay with going forward, or I'm okay of relearning back. For some of you who's going forward, you're gonna be letting go of the past because you're moving forward. For some of you, you're like, I got it. I have to relearn things inside of it because I'm not ready. Because if I was ready, I would have been in the train. But you gotta find out why you're not ready. For some other people, they do this process of changes, they studies and so on and so on, and they're lacking the action, they're not ready. The universe is asking for actions to prove that this changes inside of you. And those who did the changes in the material world, they move forward. Those who's not, they have to go back, fixing their mind, fixing the way of the process of thoughts are from within. So you gotta be okay with the both cases. Because some of you may be going forward, but you're still gonna be have to process something from the back while you travel. And that is gonna comes in with the sun. There is a with this little bit divine energies towards the North Node and Lilith. All right. Talking about the next day, which is the moon, it's gonna be already passing through Mercury, through Chiron. You got through that healing process. You saw what you need to be healed. It's your responsibility, not somebody else to heal you. For it, the moon is gonna comes in, working with that within yourself. Mars doing the right actions under Pluto, while Pluto right now is retrograde. Reminds Venus is about where you've been. Don't forget about it. This is for the people who right now they have a lot of material things, material situations right now, but in the past they didn't have no job, they didn't have this, they didn't have that, and right now Pluto is like, remember where it was. At the same time, there's gonna be people who had a lot of money, a lot of things, and it's like now they're losing everything. What happens isn't there. It's a learning lessons, guys. But once the moon and the Venus they are gonna be coming in together, you're gonna see things is changing because the intuition is gonna tell you exactly what you need to do. Where is your standing at? It is about intuitions and love with money in the material three-dimensional life. Why? You're going upstairs, you're studying, you're doing all this internal process of learning vibrations of energies and so on to do the right things on earth. And this is the moment that once you get into this process done, your actions on earth proving that you're bringing the heaven on earth. Because you first went to the heaven. You went to this beautiful universe, to the God, to the divine, to learn these processes inside it. And the divine is like, okay, you learn it, but can you do it? Do you know that there is a millions and millions of people? They're going to church, they're reading the Bible, they know the verses, or they're going into a temples, and they study their own religions and so on and so on. You know how sad it is to see this, especially when a divine puts you in a situations to see that in front of you. When somebody goes to church and they're lying on the reports, and they're lying within what they're doing the environment, but in the church it says don't lie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's gonna be some lessons all over the place and different stories. And here as we're talking about this moon with Venus conjunctions, that's gonna be squaring Pluto in there. That is the mother and the daughter when it comes in. It's like, well, you made a mistake. You should have done this. Don't repeat my mistakes. This is gonna be one of the things that could be mother-daughter situation, teaching about material stuff. Okay. For some, this is gonna be, well, it's too late, or well, it's this and it's so on. No, it's never too late. Too late is in your mind. Timing doesn't exist that much on the universe scale. Okay? Because what you want now, you can practice this in the future, someplace else out of this galaxy, for example, and so on and so on. For some of you, the earth is too small, right? You want to expand more. I know some of you does that. And here is talking about, I'm gonna be have to go back within the hours a little bit because it's gonna falling in the midnight. I want to give you this energy for it. That is gonna be this new moon Taurus. Let me show you that whatever you went through all this stuff, did you pay attention to how much synchronizations is in here? It doesn't matter what road you choose, you learn, you grow, you evolve. And through that energy, you're gonna be waking up May 8th in there. You're gonna see that beautiful energy. And go ahead and put in this energies. You're gonna starting this new cycle, this new beautiful growth cycle in Taurus, where the intuition, the authority, the love, the money, the universe, and the growth, they're all coming together in materialization. All comes in together. What else is together? Mercury and a Chiron are together. At the same time, we have Pluto, who is retrograde, and he said, I told you so. Did you believe me that I'm working on better life? Even that I put you to hell, but I promise you, I'm gonna bring you to the paradise. And this is the same thing, like in the movie, at the end, that you can change anything, but the change is you. And before you change the world, change yourself. And now, guys, if you have so many questions, I can take a few. If not, let's share the love and the light, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Love to see your comments. If you have any personal things, you can go to our website. You can email us, and we can be able to get back and serving to you if you need some any assistance. All right, guys. Wishing you good luck. Be love, and look at it at the end. All is good. All is great. All right, guys. And let me give you this is for you. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I will be seeing you in about 2 hours again. I'm gonna be doing the astrogravitational report for tomorrow. Good luck, guys.